Ian Wright has urged Arsenal to sign Atalanta forward Ademola Lookman this summer, stating that the Nigerian has unfinished business in the Premier League. Lookman came through the Charlton Athletic Academy before going on to have unremarkable spells at Everton, Fulham and Leicester as a youngster. Now 27, he has spent the past 3 seasons with Serie A overachievers Atalanta, where his performances have caught the eye. Lookman has 52 goals and 25 assists in 118 appearances for the Bergamo outfit, including a career-best 20 goals and 7 assists this season to help them qualify for the Champions League. Lookman was famously instrumental in Atalanta's historic Europa League triumph in 2023-24, where he scored a hat-trick to hand Bayer Leverkusen their only defeat of the entire season. His stellar form also led to him winning the African Footballer of the Year award last year. With Premier League runners-up Arsenal understood to be in search of a left-winger this summer, Gunners legend Wright named Lookman as a player he would like to see at the Emirates Stadium next season. The former striker was asked about some of his favorite moments of the season on his Wrighty's House podcast earlier this month. He said, "I'm going to go with Ademola Lookman winning the African Player of the Year in respects of that man's journey. I remember him from Charlton. It didn't work out, the £10 million, move to Everton, then moving all over the place, the journey from loan to this. Then I think that's one of the most devastating performances I've seen in any final with that hat-trick he scored. You know, it's just, I can't help but look at his dark moment where it would have been dark for him. You know, especially all those loans going to another country. And you know what? He never had no problems going wherever he needed to go to find it. And then obviously, like you say, you find your place. Like Scott McTominay's found that. He Lookman found with Atalanta. I hope we can buy him, Arsenal. I would love someone like him to come back to the Premier League and say, listen, I have unfinished business here, so I am going to help Arsenal win the league. But I just admire his journey, and now he's recognized rightly as a top player. Unbelievable. Lookman, who can play as a second striker or as a winger on either flank, was reported in February by Fabrizio Romano to be set to leave Atalanta in the summer transfer window. The news emerged after the player was publicly slammed as one of the worst penalty takers I've ever seen by his own recently departed manager, Gian Piero Gasperini, for missing a penalty in Atalanta's Champions League exit, despite having scored a goal seconds after coming on as a substitute. Sky Germany reported on May 3rd that Arsenal have added Lookman to their short list of potential attacking signings. However, Mikel Arteta may have to fend off some competition for the Super Eagles star, as Catalunya Radio last week reported that he has been targeted by Barcelona. It is claimed Hansi Flick admires his profile, believing Lookman to be a great fit for his system. Atalanta are said to value him at more than 40 millers 33 or 69 hours, but the La Liga champions feel he can be signed for around 30 millers 25 hours 26 mers. Arsenal have made a habit out of signing players from their rivals Chelsea in recent years, and they are close to repeating the trick. The Gunners are in the market for a backup goalkeeper in the summer transfer window, and Chelsea have what they need. This time, it is keeper Arrizabalaga who appears set to make the switch between the London rivals with a $5 million transfer lined up. Kappa spent last season on loan with Bournemouth, and after Neto returned to the Cherries following a campaign with Arsenal, they are now eyeing the Spaniard. He moved to Stamford Bridge in a $72 million deal 7 seasons ago from Athletic Bilbao, but is now available for a cut price fee. Should the deal go through, Kepa will provide competition to his compatriot David Raya in North London. It remains to be seen how the move will go down. but Kepa is following in a long line of Chelsea players to move to Arsenal. Here, Mirror Football takes a look at how his predecessors have fared. The ultimate in controversial moves between London clubs. Gallus swapped Chelsea for Arsenal in 2006 after winning back-to-back Premier League titles at Stamford Bridge under Jose Mourinho. Things went sour. After reportedly threatening to score an own goal if selected, he left for Arsenal. Never one to hide from the spotlight, Gallus was often the main character during his time at Arsenal, where he made 142 appearances and scored 17 goals. Best remembered for his infamous drop against Birmingham in February 2008, when he sat down on the pitch. Hardly a memorable move. Diarra struggled at Chelsea and then struggled at Arsenal. The French midfielder made just 7 league appearances in 2007-08 before being flogged to Portsmouth 5 months later.